Buongiorno amici, ciao a tutti. Sono BC and welcome back to the TueZday Garage. This is all, you guys always talk about this poster, so I thought, you know what, let's just have it in the frame for the intro. But I'm just chilling in the garage, man, and I'm gonna preface this by saying that I know we talked about we're gonna get some work done. I've gotten some work done, but we're not gonna do too much work today, and I'll tell you why. We're just kind of coming off of New Year's Day weekend, and it was a busy one for me. Like, I was really busy all weekend, and a lot of it was physical activity, man. I went for an amazing run in a section of jungle in the mountains just not too far from here, and it was a good like 3-4 miles through like a jungle route, lots of rocks and crazy terrain, through some streams, and it was ridiculously awesome. I really wish I had taken my GoPro, and some of you guys might recall from my face reveal video long time ago that I talked about possibly doing like a running vlog, so I might still do that just because there's some pretty amazing places around here in Hawaii, and again, it's just about sharing, man. It's not about showing, it's about sharing. Anyway, so great run there. I had another amazing run today. Oh, I thought there was a mosquito. And then I played a fantastic round of golf with my oldest boy the other day, and long story short, I just spent time with family, man. I just spent a lot of time with family, and it was just good to kind of hang out. And speaking of which, got my boy coming in right now, but anyway, it was just a good time to hang out with family and not really spend a lot of time like working on the car and just kind of chilling out. Kids got an Xbox One for Christmas, so been playing a lot of video games lately with them, specifically Mortal Kombat X, which I gotta say, man, it just takes me back to like back in the day when I was in high school and Mortal Kombat had just come out, and it was like the thing, man. And my brother and I, we used to just pump quarters into that game endlessly trying to figure out moves, because there was no internet back then. There was no YouTube, there was no internet, there was no nothing, man. I don't even think AOL was a thing, which is like before the internet, right? So the internet as we know it today. So yeah, man, it was just, you had to figure stuff out. It was word of mouth, and now it's we're trying to do kind of the same thing, but it's been fun. But I just been taking some time to kind of get my garage set up, and you can see here, I've had these speakers right here for about 8 years, and I found them, believe it or not, I found these speakers like in the trash, and I just said, you know what, let me grab these and maybe someday I'll get them working. And you can see I got this receiver here that I bought a long time ago, and I finally hooked it all up, so now we got some serious jams in the garage, which is absolutely necessary, man. You cannot do any amount of work if you don't have music, man. It just, it's the way it's got to go. But looking at the Z, oh snap, lots of work has been done on the Z, man. And I'll tell you what, let me flip this camera around real quick so I can kind of point out some of the things. All right, so first thing you could see is basically everything in the front is completely opened up. I talked about removing all the wiring, so all the wiring has been taken off the entire engine, and I just kind of put it over there on the windshield for now, just to kind of get it out of the way. You can see everything's kind of clear on this side, with the exception of the power steering, and everything on this side is super clear. And the reason why it's so empty right here is because this is where the air conditioning compressor would be. But since we don't have air conditioning, it makes it easy. Also, you can see the radiator's been torn out, so that's all good. And yeah, man, I think we are very close to getting this thing pulled out. The only thing I have to do is separate the electrical harness from here, from the starter, and then disconnect the exhaust, the drive shaft, and then unbolt the transmission and the engine, and we're gonna pull it right out, man. It's gonna be good to go. One thing I do need to do eventually is remove all this wiring, but I can't because right now it's actually bolted to the firewall of the car back in here, and then it goes into the firewall to where the computer sits right here. And so eventually we're gonna have to pull all that because we have custom wiring. I've already paid Wiring Specialties, which is a incredible company, man. They produced a custom harness for me that is already a hybrid harness for a Z32 with an RB26 in it. So it's literally plug and play, 100% guaranteed turn crank start. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, man, everything's really ready to go, and man, I could not be more excited. I've also, you can see I've already disconnected the fuel. I've already got the filter looped back on the return line, and then the rail looped back on itself. So the fuel is cut off, and that is ready to go as well. Brake booster's been also disconnected. All right, so before I talked about how like I did a wire tuck, and I've been wanting to putting an RB in a Z has been like one of my like pet passion projects for a long time, but I honestly got to a point where I thought it was going to be impossible here in Hawaii. Like it was never going to be a thing. And I got this car and it had close to 100,000 miles, and I didn't really know how fresh the service record was. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do like an amazing fresh service. So when I did that, I actually did a 60,000 mile service on it to include replacing all of the power steering lines with silicone and the high pressure line, which had leaks. So I replaced all of that. And in the process, there was a little bit of rust in the front that needed to be removed, and I took care of that. But anyway, I overhauled, like completely serviced this engine, and now only, gosh, maybe 300 miles later, like we're tearing it out, and I just spent probably $1,500, if not more, like completely making it fresh, like 60K, if not 120K service. Like, I mean, I went everything, pulleys, bearings, everything. So that's to say that this engine is going to be incredible for somebody who wants it. And I don't know who wants an NA, but if any of you guys are out there that are interested, I'm willing to work with you as best as I can to ship it from Hawaii. But just know that, one, you're getting an amazing engine, but it's gonna be at a cost. So anyway, there's gonna be plenty of goodies that we are going to be selling off of this engine. And if any of you out there are watching and can think of stuff already that you want, let me know. Shoot me a private message through YouTube or on Twitter. Shoot me a message, and we can link up and try and work something out. I'm ready to help out whoever. I've got a shelf full of stuff over here already that could probably get going here soon, and it's just going to be more and more stuff that I'm not going to have a use for as we move along. So with that said, I think that's going to pretty much do it for this week. It's really a lot of background stuff, a lot of talky. We're just kind of setting the stage, and I know I keep saying that. We've probably been setting the stage now for like 4 weeks, but it's little pieces at a time. It's the holidays, man, and I got that guy who put the stank on me on the golf course. I'm not gonna lie, man. He was striking so well. So anyway, Amici, that's gonna be it for this week. If you have any questions, it doesn't even have to be a Z question. I get lots of people that comment to me, both publicly and privately, about they just don't know much about cars in general. And so I'm trying to make this somewhat just like in generally friendly. So like maybe you can learn something. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to. Oh, and I want to show you guys one thing really quick. So I talked about how I had put the coolant reservoir over on this side of the car, which normally it's over on this side. So let me show you what I did, right? This is the custom setup that I did. Now here is a coolant reservoir from Jegs, and it's just kind of put in place. Here is the line that goes to the radiator, and I have the windshield wiper fluid reservoir still here. And why? Because Hawaii, when I do my annual safety inspection, they actually will squirt the thing and make sure I can still spit fluid. So we're gonna have to figure something out for this, because if I don't put the oil cooler on this side, it's gonna be way difficult to put it on that side of the car, since the filter tree with the oil cooler attachments is on this side of the RB26, and I want to just come right here. I don't want to have to go across the car, and I don't want to put it in front either. But let me show you that tuck job that I did with the fuse box. All right, so it's sitting in this area right here, actually mounted to the frame rail, just above the tow hook, and it's tucked up out and away, and the cover is actually sealed, and it's been sealed from underneath. So, and it's just silicone sealed, so it's not like a permanent thing, but that's where that is, tucked up and out of the way. So, anyway, amici, that is it for today. Lots of work done. I mean, this thing is getting to where it's all by itself, and we're gonna be ready to just go ahead and pull it out soon. And I think between now and then, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna get this car and I'm gonna get it ready. Now, here is the $1 million question. I got a request, a recommendation, hey, you should think about this kind of thing, about actually setting up a camera and live streaming me pulling the engine out of this car. It's in today's digital age, that actually sounds like something that would be fun. Like, I don't know, I would probably watch it if I had somebody I knew or like had been following, and all of a sudden they said, hey, we're gonna do a live stream of an engine pull in the greater good of an engine conversion. I'd probably tune in to see that. So I'm interested to know, what do you think? Would you be interested in that? I mean, we could set it up to be a pretty convenient time. Probably not a Tuesday. We could set it up to be a Saturday or a Sunday, so you could be home to kind of check it out, tune in, and then I'll also put up the archive footage afterwards. So let me know your thoughts, man. I'd really, really like to know. Would you be interested in seeing that, or would you just like some sort of artistic, video edited montage of an engine pull? Let me know. I'd love to know. So anyway, amici, that's it from me. Ciao and aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.